Welcome back everyone, welcome to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. Thank you so much if you're hanging out with me on Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps out the channel, and subscribe if you haven't yet. We're very close to 12,500 subscribers, so slowly getting there. The goal for this year would probably be to finish with 20,000. That would be amazing, but it's looking very difficult at the current rate. So any shares and stuff you can do are always really welcome. So this weekend was Portland Regionals. I went there and I figured, okay, Puzzle Like a Rock worked well for me in Memphis, but then it betrayed me in Sydney. Zork, Elizabeth just wasn't very fun to play in Charlotte, so I wanted to play something completely different, something out of the norm, something that got me out of my comfort zone. And here's Sylveon. Funnily enough, every time I've played Sylveon, every time my deck has included a Sylveon and or a Gardevoir this season, I've gained a lot of championship points and won money, so so that's pretty cool. So yeah, this Sylveon, it got top 8 the weekend before at Charlotte, so I knew it was good, I knew it was a solid choice, and I was not completely confident on its Puzzle Like a Rock matchup. Those were 2 of my 4 losses this weekend. It's really tough because they have a ton of energy, but yeah, this is the deck that I ended up choosing. It's a mill-ish type of deck, although you can aggressively take down Pokemon sometimes. So the whole idea behind the deck is to use Magical Ribbon multiple times. You get to search your deck for 3 cards, put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck. So you get cards in your hand like Team Blue Grunt, Crushing Hammers, Enhanced Hammers, Max Potions, Other Energy, Nest Balls to Thin, Delinquent, or Team Rocket's Handiwork to mill your opponent or rid him of resources. That's the whole idea behind using Sylveon. It has 200 HP, super beefy. It has darkness resistance, which is great in a Zork based format. And then as you're running your opponent out of resources, the main goal of the deck is to rid them of all or as much energy as you can, okay? And sometimes taking knockouts is actually the best way to eliminate energy from the field. So sometimes I took a lot of knockouts with Fairy Wind. Sometimes I use Bleed GX, especially against Max Elixir decks, to delay them from getting their attackers going and essentially wasting the elixirs for nothing. So there's a lot of strategy and a lot of planning you have to do for the deck before it can actually get going. You do have to plan a lot ahead. You have to predict very well what your opponent will try to do. In their next turn or in their next couple of turns. A lot of that depends. Like the 3 cards you pick for Magical Ribbon, that depend greatly on that. And that's one of the reasons I played the deck. I feel like one of my strong suits in the game is actually visualizing what's going to happen, what cards my opponent can get to try and turn a game around, and prepare for that. So that's why I chose this deck. It was also, I feel like not many players would have tested against it. A lot of mistakes would be made against the deck, and that proved true. So yeah. We have Hoopa as well. Hoopa, with its Scoundrel Guard ability, created some unwinnable scenarios for our opponents, and they had to maintain their bench. Be careful with that. They had to maintain resources to power up things like Rockruffs and Riolus and stuff, to make sure that they could actually hit the Hoopa, because there are times where if they overbench, then they can't touch Hoopa, and then all you have to do is draw pass until they deck themselves out. And then we have a 1/1 Guardy line with 1 Rare Candy. Now Gardevoir-GX with its 230 HP is a more offensive threat. We do have Secret Spring to attach extra energy. We have Infinite Force to deal 30 damage for every Gardevoir. So once again, sometimes the best way to remove energy from the field is actually taking a knockout on something like a puzzle which has 3 energy, because removing one by one with Team Flare Grunt is just not fast enough. Yeah, so sometimes you have to prepare for knockouts with Gardevoir, then you went back to milling. Sometimes Gardevoir took all 6 prizes. It really varied per game, and that's what made Sylveon a pretty cool play as well. It was a very and I'll get to chat in a second, guys. It was a very you Hoopas here. I know, I saw you suffer against Hoopa. So yeah, it's a very strategic deck, and Twilight GX also goes really well with the deck because you do end up using puzzles, you burn through your max potions, your energy sometimes, your supporters, Sylveons themselves, DCs. So Twilight GX actually lets you puzzle 8 times in one game, which is really good. So a lot of synergy between the 2 cards. Sylveon can potentially set up a big Gardevoir. Gardevoir can potentially get back resources for Sylveon to keep on the mill. So yeah, really nice combination of cards. Huge props to Sander Bennett, Kyle Les. I feel like I could never pronounce his last name correctly. Okay, I feel we're dropping a lot of frames, guys. Ugh, why? Why does this happen to me? Is the stream stuttering, guys? Is the stream stuttering a lot? Uh-oh. Why? Why is this happening? Why is the stream stuttering? This is not supposed to happen. Is the stream stuttering, guys? Can you tell me in chat? And Admiral Coolfish, I have no idea what the Antha does. Stream seems pretty good, really? No stuttering? Because I'm seeing a lot of drop frames on my side. Like a lot, 30% drop frames. Wow, really? Huh. That's really odd. Okay, I guess we'll just keep on trucking, but if at any point we get drop frames or any stuttering, please let me know on chat, okay? Please. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's keep talking. So those are the Pokemon for the deck. Huge credit to Kyle Lesewinick. I feel like I can never pronounce his last name. Now it's fine. Okay. So yeah, huge props to them, to their group on the list. I basically only changed 1 card from their list from Charlotte Regionals last weekend. Camus, I'm glad my videos help you. The Anta actually looks like a cool one-off, Admiral. Looks like a cool one-off to get back double puzzle, maybe even extra. Sam Chen played the same list that I played. He chose Sylveon because of me. Jimmy and Igor played a list without Gardevoir, and I beat Igor actually in Swiss rounds in a very silly Sylveon mirror match game. But anyways. All the resources we have here are to try and dismantle our opponent's strategy. We have the 4 Team Flare Grunt to discard energy from the active and prevent it from attacking. We have Delinquent to target the hand. We have Acerola to prevent knockouts. We have Team Rocket's Handiwork to target the deck by flipping 2 coins and discarding 2 cards for every heads. 1 N to reshuffle and prevent that deck out scenario. Gladion to make sure that prizes don't affect us too much and get the Gardevoir pieces out of there. 1 Guzma to disrupt as well. Bringing up Regirock's Octilleries, there's always good targets for Guzma. Double Lusamine for the infinite loop of Team Rocket's Handiwork. Continuous infinite loop of Team Rocket's Handiwork. 2 Enhanced Hammers to remove special energy. Triple Crushing Hammer. Although I actually took note, I believe I went 25% heads on Crushing Hammer, so not nowhere near 50-50 by any means for me, which was really sad, honestly. It was really sad, and one turn I played triple Crushing Hammer and I whiffed all three. So at that point I was like, oh, this should have been a Plumeria instead. Like, I wasted the same 3 resources that I would have with Plumeria, but I got a worse result, which is really sad. Are you sure there's no stuttering, guys? I'm seeing almost 40% drop frames. Okay, and then we have we also have a Counter Catcher as well to continue disrupting. Counter Catcher was probably one of the best cards I played this weekend. I loved playing it because it allowed you to remove energy. Like, I would remove energy from an active puzzle, then Counter Catcher a Regirock, and then GX the puzzle back to the hand. And, like, it allowed for a lot of good plays. For Nespel to try and make sure that you get basics out in the early game, because that's the most scary part. The first or second turn, especially going first, is actually really scary. Okay, no stuttering. Okay, I'll trust you guys. Awesome. I don't know what's going on then. Glad the stream is good. And then we have 4 Max Potion to deny prizes, 1 Field Blower as well to remove those pesky float stones, which is really cool. 1 Parallel City as well to disrupt. We have the Rare Candy to evolve into Gardy. We have the 4 Puzzle of Time to recover any resources we need at the right time. We have 1 Pal Pad to recover more resources, as I mentioned. Essentially, if you double puzzle for Pal Pad, it's like you're double puzzling for 3 cards, which is insane. And then 2 Bodybuilding Dumbbells. This was a last minute inclusion. The second one was a last minute inclusion because I figured a lot of Lucario decks would be playing heavy Lycanroc and Kukui and stuff to reach to 200 and 210 with their attacks. So Bodybuilding Dumbbells ensured that they could never reach to 240. Okay, yeah, hopefully, yeah, maybe when we get into a match we'll get this starting, so maybe I'll have to restart then. But all good. Thank you guys so much for letting me know. You went 2 for 12 on Crushing Hammers at a cup. Yeah, it's really, Crushing Hammers are such a sad card, honestly. And Campus, yeah, the new Solgaleo is obviously going to give the deck trouble, but that's not coming out until next season, so we don't have to worry about that. Thank you so much, Rainbow Win, for the congrats. Okay, so having said that, that's the deck list. Let's jump into the ladder to actually see it in action, and then if the stream cooperates, if the internet cooperates, I'm going to try and feature these 5 decks from Portland. We're going to have the winning Espion Carpenter, we're going to have my top 16 Sylveon, the top 4 Bigabulu, the top 8 Hoopa, and the top 16 Greninja, or top 4 from last week as well. So let's jump into the ladder and see how it goes. We might only do 1 game of Sylveon because they tend to be really slow if opponents do play it out. We seem to be up against Puzzle, Lycanroc, based on fighting Psychic and Water, so Puzzle, Lycanroc, Octillery, and Tablele. So we'll see how that goes, but we get an easy start. We don't get much else. The Crushing Hammer, if we manage to flip heads, could be good in trying to survive the first turn. I got dunked a couple of times with Puzzle Lycanroc, where I went first, I evolved. No, they went first, and then I evolved, searched for cards, but then they just hit double elixir, attach, retreat, knockout. Archangel, it was great meeting you as well. And you're welcome for the signature. Always happy to do that for you guys. I get asked that a lot. Okay, so here's another question. Do you guys, when I'm playing a game, do you guys prefer my face here or over there? Does it even make a difference? And I'm eating some peanut butter M&Ms. They're my favorite kind of M&Ms, and you can't get them. You can't get them if you are in Mexico, or they're very rare. So I always try to buy some when I go to the United States because I love them so much. Peanut butter is not a very popular thing in Mexico. The Espion card that I lost to was Justin Bokari, I believe. So not Xander and not Coulter. H2, let's get a quick 5-game winning streak. That would be nice. And okay, so this is always weird. Weapon has one card in hand, which is obviously auxiliary. Do I remove this? I believe so, because that will tempt my opponent into going after extra energy there. So I will evolve the Eevee into Sylveon, but my opponent committed energy to the active, which I believe is not ideal. It's not the ideal way to play it out. So as long as my opponent doesn't end us out of this hand, I will on the other side. Okay, I'll leave it there then. Okay, makes it simpler for me as well. So I'll grab an S-Ball to make sure I have another backup Sylveon, but then I'll also grab a Flare Grunt and then Enhanced Hammer. That way we deny and we find that one Enhanced Hammer is priced. That way we make it so that that puzzle will not have any energy next turn if my opponent commits there. If he commits to the bench, Lycanroc is definitely the least threatening Pokemon. And Purple Glaive, thanks so much for the congrats, that's very kind of you. Kevin, can I make another test? What do you mean another test of what? Oh, Zach Bokari, yeah. That's my bad. I got them confused. Sam Chin played against Justin, I played against Zach. And he told me like, no, they usually don't play the same deck. And they were playing the same deck. Do you guys have Reese's Peanut Butter Cups? Yeah, we do. Those we do have, but they're not the same. I just have a very strong love for M&Ms. My opponent has 2 cards in his hand. He's already discarded 3 energy, which is great. Well, 2, and we got 1. I believe he just timed out. So we might just immediately win here. Which is really sad, we won't be able to get a full game against Puzzle. And yeah, there's a victory. So my opponent timed out or disconnected or something. So yeah, guys, any questions I missed, please repost them. I'll be very happy to reply to them. How can they play the Sylveon without guarded? That just seems bad. I mean, I do think guarded was pretty good. Excuse me. I do think Gardy was pretty good overall throughout the whole day. Okay, we're going first. Yeah, I mean, when Igor didn't play, when I knew that Igor was not playing the Gardy, I felt like I had an advantage in the matchup. Ooh, this is a really bad hand. This is one of those hands where you know you're probably going to lose. Thankfully we got the nest ball. So we have a few chances to get the fairy to get the Sylveon here. Oh boy, this is attacking Hoopa. So this is one of the most annoying decks to play against. Because you essentially have to knock out this Oranguru 6 times, guys. You have to knock out Oranguru 6 times. Music is so intense, so should I lower it? Is that what you mean? In the end, in the mirror against Igor, the Guardy didn't matter because all the resources I wasted to get Guardy out were essentially ones I put back. So it came down to flips from Team Rocket's Handiwork in the end. And oh, this is Zorak actually. Oh gosh, Zorak with Oranguru. Okay, that's a cool top deck. Eliminates 1/0 immediately, which is nice. So yeah, the Guardy was okay against him, but benching the Ralts like baited him. We both started Hoopa, so benching the Ralts baited him into knocking it out, so that I couldn't Twilight, and that activated my Counter Catcher, so I could continually bring up his Hoopa. So he missed a lot of turns of. He missed out on a lot of turns of Magical Ribbon because of that, which was pretty key actually. I probably made so many bad decisions there. And why didn't Simon bench the Hoopa against Puzzle on stream? I haven't watched the stream. I was playing at the tournament, so I have no idea what happened on stream. But sometimes you want to wait to bench the Hoopa as a surprise. Well, not as a surprise, but you fake that maybe you have it, maybe it's prize. You never know. So if your opponent overextends and benches another GX and doesn't have space for Riolu or Rockruff or whatever, that's when you bench it, and then you try and pick up your GXs so that they can't target down anything. Well, in Corgis, have you got an impact? Do you think Lucario will have on the format moving forward? I think it's still pretty big. I think it becomes the Zoroark version to beat moving forward. Okay, so we're immediately gonna see the resource management thing. Who do you flip the most tails against? I don't know. I flipped tails against. I flipped a lot of tails against everyone. Double tails on. Double tails on Double tails on Team Rocket's Handiwork was the staple of the weekend. Triple tails in Crushing Hammer was also the staple of the weekend. It's just it was horrible. It was horrible playing so many flippy cards. And bro, mate, no, I never missed letter actually. I genuinely never missed letter. Ironically, this bodybuilding dumbbells could have been a professor's letter and we would already be using Magical Ribbon, but it's not the case. Which is more difficult to play optimally, a Zoro deck or a Sylveon deck? I believe definitely a Sylveon deck. Silverfang, I played Sylveon. I indeed played Sylveon. Yeah, I can draw out of this if he isn't going to attack me, definitely. Should have gotten a new dice. No, I mean, it's not about the dice. I don't think I am superstitious like that. Whoops. Oh no! That peanut butter M&M is forever lost. Oh, never mind. 1 second. Okay, top deck, and that is cool. Bodybuilding dumbbells. I don't mind getting hit again, but removing the energy seems fine, or not. That also works. Okay, so we get energy. We also get an Enhanced Hammer, which is nice. We get an Eevee, which is also pretty cool. I'm not gonna bench the Eevee, though, because it could just get targeted down. And so, that Oranguru is just super annoying to deal with. So, we definitely want a Fairy Energy, and we see that one Fairy is prized. The Rare Candy is not prized, which is good, so we have access to Gardy. I'll just grab... Nah, I think... Yeah, I'll grab the Hammer. We really need to knock out Oranguru. Like, we need to knock it out and remove its energy at the same time. And then I can Nest Bolt to thin a little bit more. Actually, I probably need a Max Potion here. Probably need a Max Potion in case the Sylveon gets hit again. Can't let the M&M go, no. What do you Magical Ribbon for when you have a Ralts? Like, do you plan on it getting knocked out and get other cards or get Gardy? You only get the Gardy cards when you actually need to. Like, even if they knock out the Ralts, you can just double puzzle it back afterwards. You only get Gardy on the turn you absolutely need it. Like, you get the Gardy cards, because especially early on, you're just gonna get End, most likely. And it's more important to survive to a point where Gardy will actually be useful. Like, you're not trying to grow aggro Gardy. If that were the case, then you would just... Okay, so yeah, so it's getting knocked out, it's fine. Also seeing the Ralts, like, especially if you haven't exactly revealed that you're a Sylveon mill deck, sometimes they just push for the Ralts. as a way to knock it out, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so we could get a knock and attack into the Oranguru. This is Zoro Weavile, okay. Okay, so this hammer will be the second. DC gun. Field Blower is nice as well. Okay, so we didn't get attacked, so we can't do this. And then we're gonna check the puzzles. We have 4 puzzles, so we should get to a point where we can set up the GRI eventually. But it's definitely not a priority. Did I bench the Ralts a lot just as bait? I did, yeah. Once Zen rotates, do you think people will start playing red card? Wouldn't red card rotate as well? You just bought this deck completely foiled, Gumi Gamer. That's pretty cool. Okay, so no reason to Counter Catcher here. Just gonna Magical Ribbon. I definitely want another Sylveon, so I'll grab the Nest Ball. I already have the Max Potion in my hand, which is nice, so I'll grab a Fairy because I need to heal. And we don't have any more of these guys, so I'll just grab a Team Flare Grunt. And it depends how early my opponent tries. Like the turn he goes for the Oranguru resource management thing, we have to start attacking it. Maybe knock it out, then maybe afterwards Gardy can actually be the one that takes the knockout. How did you feel? What do you mean, how did I feel? How did you feel about the Espeon Guard matchup? I don't think it's really favored for Sylveon. It's annoying to deal with the flips. Oh gosh. All the cards. Okay. So this was careless of me. This was actually very careless. Okay. This was actually very careless, letting him take this knockout. Espeon Garb, it's just awkward because of the flips. It's a really awkward matchup because of the flips. And Kevin, Oranguru with Lucario and Zoroark. I mean, the issue is no deck is going to let you have that sort of control with Oranguru. They'll just aggressively target it. I mean, it could be good. Maybe it plays out like a Sylveon with hammers and stuff, but you just put everything back with Oranguru. The issue is Zoroark top decks, and if you're using Lucario, then you're not using Team Flare Grunt. So you're relying on flippy cards such as Crushing Hammer. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna Pal Pad here. I'm gonna Pal Pad the N and the Handiwork. Team Flare Grunt is not that big of a priority. I Counter Catcher the Mewtwo because my opponent cannot Guzma out of this turn. I'll definitely grab these two to set up another Sylveon. And then maybe the double puzzle to get back Ralts. Although my opponent has only played 1 Guzma so far and 0 puzzles. So actually, yeah, Team Flare Grunt. In case my opponent manages to bring up the Zoroark to attack. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I needed a Max Potion. That's what I needed. I actually needed a Max Potion. Okay, double puzzle. Double puzzle is fine. How did attacking Hoopa not win Australia? I know, it really should have. Well, Gallade, it loses to Gallade. Ooh, Field Blower and Floatstone. Okay, so there's a Floatstone. Oh, goes for the Oranguru. Okay, that was a weird play actually. That was honestly a weird play. I mean, I assume he's just gonna put back double puzzle and a DCE. I do not have all this playing in real life, no. And yes, Trash Avalanche is hard to deal with. What do you think Wheeler's strategy against Guru is? To just pick up your cards. Because you're not gonna beat Mill with Guru. Okay. So my opponent very likely gets 2 turns of resource management here. Unless he whiffs an energy, which could be an option. So I'm gonna remove that. And then I will Magical Ribbon for the puzzle piece, for a DC, and what else? Another Flare Grunt? I lost to the Espion Guard because of Trash Challenge. I flipped a lot of tails in that matchup as well. But basically it came down to I end him down to 2. I needed him to not get energy and choice band to knock out my Sylveon, and then I was gonna Twilight, and I probably took the game right there. But of the end to 2, he got Cynthia choice band, and of the Cynthia he got the energy, so there was nothing I could do at that point. Why would you not put back the puzzle piece? That makes no sense. But okay, so this is what we'll do. We'll get rid of the energy. We'll actually attack Guru here. And we're gonna double puzzle for the Ralts now. Because if he tries to do that again... Ooh, Counter Catcher. Could Counter Catcher the Zorua? Nah, that would prompt him to go for the other play. Parallel? No, Parallel just gets rid of Mewtwo. Yeah, so I think these two. That way, it's like an extra card he needs to find in order to knock out the Ralts. And yeah, let's fairy win here. Were Delton the Espion Guard favored to hit, or did he just run Huts? It was super late game. I don't think he had. Oh no. Okay, we can Rare Candy into Guardian and then Secret Spring attached to finish off the Orankuru. That's why, like, with the double puzzle you can get back Orankuru. Why wouldn't you put back the puzzle? Makes no sense. He gets triple trade though. And I feel like the odds were not in Espion Guard's favor to hit exactly those cards. The supporter at least. But it is what it is. If he doesn't hit exactly that in that exact turn, I would have definitely taken control of the match. Max Rock, thanks so much for the congrats. Yeah, I mean, I played this precisely to get out of my comfort zone in terms of playing decks. That's why I played Sylveon as well, to push myself to not be limited to aggressive decks or whatever. Ethan, thank you so much for that, and congrats on top 4. That's really cool. Okay. So I guess we'll knock out the Orankuru with the Ralts, with the Guardi rather. Did I ever play GX? Yes, I played GX a lot. Well, not a lot, but I definitely made a lot of plays based around the fact that I could play GX. Game 2 did finish. I just lost very quickly against Espion Carb. I lost very quickly. And game 1 took like 35-ish, 40 minutes, but then game 2 was worse for me. His deck ran pretty good, and mine didn't in game 2. Game 1 was a lot more even. He had a lot of good stuff every turn, like very precise what he needed. I definitely didn't. I definitely wasn't getting the cards like at the right time, I would say. Okay. Oops. I did flip heads through confusion more than once, which was nice. Okay, so I'll pinch the Hoopa, see if that prompts an energy on Mewtwo, which would be nice, and then I'll just Infinite Force here. Get a price card, Guzma is nice, maybe buy a turn or two. That Oranguru is so annoying though. Okay, at least we get to keep the energy. Immediately gets back the Oranguru. Are you serious? Are you serious? Would I play a Chaos Tower? No, not at all. Because you don't have to Magical Ribbon every turn. You don't have to Magical Ribbon every turn. Okay, so now it's on to Zoroark attacking. He did put back the Oranguru, which is understandable. This turn we remove the energy, attach and retreat. And we hope that Gardy survives. So we do this, and then we just attach the energy and retreat. We also burn the Nest Ball, so we fail it. And then let's Magical Ribbon here. So definitely Max Potion. Definitely a Fairy. And could actually be very good here. I don't have to remove energy next turn. Field Blower could also be good. I feel like N. Evidence says well played. Is he gonna have knockout on the Gardy? That would be annoying. Ugh. Why would he say well played though? That's not very nice. Preemptive well plays are never nice, guys. Preemptive well plays are very bad manners when playing, so don't do that, guys. Like he just naturally has the cards. Okay. So I'll remove these two. And then I'll attach here, and then I'll end. Okay, and then I'll Magical Ribbon. Yeah, that was bad manners for sure. Freaking Oranguru. Yeah, they should. Now we can't recover 3 cards: Ralts, Rare Candy, and Gardy. So that's the issue here. Maybe I should have Twilighted that turn. Yeah, I don't think we can win anymore. That was really bad mannered. Don't do that, guys. I have Max Potions. Shocklock is a waste of money, maybe. Wailord is spicy, but one Oranguru does the job against Wailord, I think. Okay. Yep, there's the Oranguru. Very annoying. Yeah, and he can just infinitely loop the stretcher and stuff. We don't have enough resources to counter it. That was definitely not very nice of my opponent. And yeah, I mean, the fact that Sylveon did well might prompt more people to play Oranguru. So it's like Garb. When Garb is doing well, people play extra Field Blowers, so it starts being, and maybe they're more conservative with their items in their lists and when playing. So it starts losing power, and then when people don't, like when it's out of the meta and people don't expect it, that's when it makes a comeback. All canned messages sound so rude and passive aggressive. I agree. I agree. Apparently we're on Eric Gansman's stream right now. Should never go below 1 to 2 for the disruption. Yeah, Field Blower is a really good card. Field Blower is definitely a really, really good card. Okay, so we start Hoopa. At least we don't, we have the Nest Ball to immediately search for Sylveon. Bulu looks like a very strong play, I agree. Oh wow, we had so many. We had so many mulligans. Okay, so no Pokemon are priced. 1 Crushing Hammer is priced. 2 Puzzle are priced. That's really bad. 1 Lusamine is priced. Our Gladion is priced as well, so we won't be getting anything out of the prize cards. And then 1 Fairy is priced. Okay. How does Sylveon beat Bulu? I actually beat Bulu in my win-and-in for Portland in round 9 of the tournament. Basically, you keep bringing the Pika up. If they play a lot of float stones, then that's a strategy, of course. But basically, you keep bringing up the Pika Volt, and once you do that, they either have to waste energy to retreat, so it's like you're removing energy from play, or they attack you and they don't get a knockout, so you just heal. So it's a win-win. That's what you have to do continually. And then Bodybuilding Dumbbells, keep getting back the... why would you Guzma there? You keep getting back the... you keep getting back the Parallel City to reduce Bulu's damage output as well. So all of that helps, for sure. All of that helps. Okay. So that was an interesting move by my opponent. Now he evolves into Lucario and gets the knockout. Unless I protect my Sylveon, and I feel like that's the right play. I don't mind if Hoopa goes down. Just, that was a very aggressive play and very telling of what my opponent has in his hand. So I'm just gonna Acerola here. We need the Eevee fresh, essentially. We need the Eevee fresh here. Were you mad that you hit Bulu? I was not mad, actually. I played the matchup against Sam Chen the day before, and it ended up being okay. It's not an easy matchup by any means because they have so much energy recovery, but it felt okay. Okay. Low kick knockout means Counter Catcher is activated. Attach the floats on Regirock. I don't mind if he retreats and attacks me. I just need to survive for now. And then I feel like I need to do this to just strip him of energy. I might just, yeah, I'm gonna have to heal as well. But Sylveon should survive this turn. Sylveon should guaranteed survive this turn. Liquid Gladium, what should you play for Stuttgart Regionals? Oh, it's expanded. Zoroark feels fine. Drumpagarb, I feel like is a lot better. Oh my gosh, he has immediately the second float stone. Can he? No, he's not hitting for 240. Yeah, there's no way he hits for 240. So triple energy here is fine, because we're gonna heal. As long as he doesn't end. As long as the last card is not end. Please don't be end. Oh, the perfect hand, both turns. What? Okay. So we're at the mercy of N, basically. And Liquid Lithium, Drumpagarb is a really cool play. Barbaracle Glacian is also very interesting. We get to heal, which is nice. We also get to Guzma the Lele, which is potentially good. Oh, do you like the idea of a new rule checking prices and shuffling them to start the game instead of wasteful deck checks? Maybe. That doesn't sound horrible. It would save a lot of time. But I feel like knowing what's in your prizes is part of like a skill that a lot of players should try to have and work on. So it wouldn't eliminate the randomness, but it would eliminate skill. So I'm not sure I agree with it. Okay. Ah, perfect. Okay. So basically, we got almost the same cards that we had before, which is cool. And then I can even bring this guy up, and then we can Magical Ribbon. And then we can make sure we set up another Sylveon so that we don't lose. And then a Flare Grunt. Yeah, Flare Grunt. To have that in case he decides to retreat and keep pressuring us. In order for him to power up Lucario to knock out Sylveon, he would need 4 Strongs would make it to 10 plus Choice Band. So you need 3 Strongs, the Choice Band, the Reggie, and a Kukui. So we just need to keep track of the Strongs, and that should be good enough to make sure that Lucario never gets a knockout on Sylveon. Passimian Mew. FIFA, I am probably going to Salt Lake Regionals, yes? Oh, you're joking. And he gets heads. Can I lose this turn? Frozen? What do you mean? I don't think I can lose this turn. My next event is Brazil, the Brazil International. Yeah, the only way Lucario wins is by going end hit, I agree. There's the N. That's a second N. You've placed it at Glacian, Barbaracle, but didn't bother to actually buy Glacian. Fair enough. I think actually Zorak easily beats Wailord, honestly. Ooh, okay, so we do get to heal, and we can potentially remove both energy, which would be ideal. So here we go. Flip number 1, Tails. Flip number 2, Tails. Okay. So yeah. Silly Crushing Hammers, man. Okay. So we're gonna evolve. I don't think there's a way to take around Orankuru. So yeah, I mean, sorry that you bought the cards, Gumi Gamer, but I mean, Sylveon will be good at some point when people stop playing Orankuru in their decks. But right now, Sylveon stops being a good play because people will start playing Orankuru. That's the issue. Okay, so we want Max Potion here. We want Team Flare Grunt, and we have one. Oh no, there's the Enhanced Hammer. Okay, that should be enough to control the active, which is all we need to do. I assume my opponent is not playing 20 energy either. This is, I believe, Michael Pramowat's list, so it's a total of 9 energy, which is fine. Tails loves you. They do indeed. They do indeed. Can you beat Ninja with a Tina promo, or can you beat them without it? Tina promo would be decent, but it's like you're over-teching. It's a matchup that's not very popular, and adding another non-Eevee starter to a deck would be absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's not worth the benefit of playing Tina promo for one matchup is not worth it. And even then, like, no, it's definitely not worth it. Okay, so Magical Ribbon again. Now we don't have to worry about Sylveon getting looked out, so all we need to do is control the energy. I can find this, I guess. I don't want to attack into him. And then I can get another Sylveon maybe to just thin. That seems like a good idea. Or a Grunt Looker, bad combination form for Sylveon indeed. You're happy that Joey didn't win Portland? Ooh. Which Riolu do you prefer in Lucario? I think the Detect one is the best one. But yeah, now my opponent's damage output is limited to 70, which is really bad and really, really low. 4 energy total gun. We can set up a third Sylveon and thin the deck even more. We have the Enhanced Hammer to control. And my opponent says, well played. So we'll probably see a concession soon. Yeah, there's a victory. So it's all about, excuse me, it's all about controlling energy. I also played Sylveon this weekend because I felt like it had a really good Lucario anything matchup. And that was right. The thing is I only played against one Lucario in 2 days. So that was not nice. Oh no, another lost M&M. No. There it is. And yeah. So that's Sylveon for you guys. We didn't get to showcase it too much. But it's a very, very strong deck, I believe. And it's so strong that now people will start playing Oranguru to tech against it. So I would not recommend playing Sylveon at any cops you're going to, simply because best of 1 is also not good for Sylveon, and Oranguru is going to see an increase in play. And playing against the quad Hoopa deck with Oranguru is just a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. So yeah, that's gonna be it for Sylveon. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like; it really helps out the channel. And if you're watching live here with me on Twitch, don't go anywhere. I will be right back, and you guys get to vote. We can play any of these 4 decks. Pikabulu, Greninja, the winning Espion Carpenter, or Hoopa, okay? So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back, guys. And yep.